Welcome back to my channel, where we transform life's toughest moments into stepping stones for greatness. Today, we're diving into something that haunts most of us: rejection. But here's the twist. What if I told you that rejection isn't your enemy? What if it's actually your secret weapon waiting to be unleashed? Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to dwelling on every no, every dismissal, every moment someone made you feel invisible. The other path? It leads to a version of yourself that's unshakable, confident, and mysteriously attractive to the very people who once ignored you. The ancient Stoics understood something profound about human nature. They knew that our response to rejection defines us far more than the rejection itself. Today, I'm sharing 12 powerful strategies that will completely transform how you handle being ignored, dismissed, or rejected. These aren't just theories. They're battle-tested principles that have worked for centuries. Strategy 1. Master the art of strategic withdrawal. When someone gives you the cold shoulder, your first instinct might be to try harder, to prove yourself, to chase their attention. Stop right there. This is where most people lose their power. Instead, do something counterintuitive. Pull back gracefully. This isn't about playing games or being petty. It's about recognizing your own value. When you withdraw your attention from someone who doesn't appreciate it, you're making a powerful statement. I know my worth, and I don't need your validation to confirm it. Think of it like this. Imagine you're offering someone a precious gift, and they keep refusing it. Would you keep insisting, or would you take your gift elsewhere? Your attention, your energy, your presence, these are gifts. Treat them as such. Strategy 2. Become emotionally bulletproof. Rejection stings because we take it personally. But here's what the Stoics figured out thousands of years ago. Other people's behavior says more about them than it does about you. When someone rejects you, they're responding to their own fears, insecurities, or circumstances that have nothing to do with your actual worth. The next time you feel that familiar sting of rejection, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this really about me, or is this about them? 9 times out of 10, it's about them. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they're dealing with their own issues. Maybe they're just not in the right headspace to recognize what you bring to the table. This shift in perspective is liberating. When you stop taking rejection personally, you stop giving other people the power to dictate your emotional state. You become like water, fluid, adaptable, and impossible to break. Strategy 3. Channel your energy into excellence. Here's where rejection becomes your fuel. Every time someone overlooks you, dismisses you, or treats you like you're invisible, they're unknowingly giving you motivation. Use that energy. Channel it into becoming undeniably excellent at what you do. If someone questions your abilities, don't argue with words. Respond with results. If they ignore your potential, let your achievements speak so loudly that they can't be ignored. This isn't about proving anything to them specifically. It's about proving to yourself that you're capable of growth, improvement, and excellence, regardless of external validation. Think of rejection as a coach that never goes easy on you. It pushes you to dig deeper, try harder, and become better. The people who initially rejected you might not even be around to see your transformation. But that's not the point. The point is that you've used their dismissal as a catalyst for your own elevation. Strategy 4. Build your inner circle strategically. When someone rejects you, it's easy to feel isolated and alone. But here's a secret. The right rejection can be a blessing in disguise. It filters out people who weren't meant to be part of your journey anyway. Instead of chasing after those who don't see your value, invest your time and energy in building relationships with people who do. Seek out individuals who share your values, appreciate your qualities, and support your growth. These are your true allies. Quality over quantity always wins. One genuine relationship is worth more than 100 superficial connections. When you focus on building meaningful bonds with the right people, you create a support system that makes external rejection feel less significant. Strategy 5. Embrace the power of selective attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Where you focus your mental energy determines your emotional state and ultimately your success. When someone consistently ignores or dismisses you, they're telling you exactly where not to invest this precious resource. Redirect your attention toward people and activities that energize you, inspire you, and help you grow. This isn't about avoiding difficult people entirely. Sometimes we have to interact with them professionally or socially. But it's about being strategic with your emotional investment. Think of your attention like sunlight. Plants that receive your focus will flourish and grow. Those that don't will simply fade from your awareness. Choose wisely which gardens you want to cultivate. Strategy 6. Develop unshakable self-reliance. The most attractive quality you can possess isn't beauty, wealth, or charisma. It's self-reliance. When you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself, you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who are complete on their own. This doesn't mean becoming closed off or antisocial. It means developing such a strong sense of self that other people's opinions become interesting data points rather than determining factors in your self-worth. You listen to feedback. You consider different perspectives, but ultimately, you trust your own judgment. Self-reliant people don't crumble when faced with rejection because their foundation isn't built on other people's approval. They have hobbies they're passionate about, goals they're pursuing, and a rich inner life that sustains them regardless of external circumstances. Strategy 7. Master the graceful exit. Sometimes the most powerful response to rejection is a graceful exit. This doesn't mean storming off dramatically or making a scene. It means recognizing when a situation isn't serving you and having the wisdom to walk away with dignity. A graceful exit accomplishes several things. It preserves your self-respect, it demonstrates maturity, and it often leaves others wondering what they might have missed. When you can walk away from rejection without bitterness or desperation, you maintain your power and your peace of mind. This skill is particularly valuable in professional settings, dating, and social situations. The person who can handle rejection gracefully is often the one people remember and respect most. Strategy 8. Transform rejection into market research. Every rejection contains valuable information if you're willing to look for it. Instead of seeing it as a personal attack, treat it as free market research. What can you learn about yourself, your approach, or your goals from this experience? Maybe the rejection is telling you that you're targeting the wrong audience. Maybe it's showing you areas where you can improve. Maybe it's revealing that your timing was off or that you need to adjust your strategy. This analytical approach takes the emotional sting out of rejection and turns it into actionable intelligence. The most successful people aren't those who never face rejection. They're the ones who get really good at learning from it and adapting accordingly. Strategy 9. Cultivate mysterious confidence. There's something intriguing about a person who doesn't seem fazed by rejection. When you can maintain your composure, your kindness, and your sense of humor in the face of dismissal, you become mysteriously attractive. This isn't about playing hard to get or being manipulative. It's about genuine confidence, the kind that comes from knowing who you are and what you're worth. When you possess this quality, rejection doesn't shatter you. It barely registers. People are naturally drawn to those who seem unshakable. They want to know your secret. They wonder what you know that they don't. This curiosity often leads to the very attention and respect that was initially withheld. Strategy 10. Practice strategic kindness. Here's a counterintuitive approach. Remain kind to those who reject you, but don't be a doormat. Strategic kindness means being polite, professional, and cordial without being overly available or eager to please. This approach serves multiple purposes. First, it maintains your reputation as a person of character. Second, it prevents you from burning bridges unnecessarily. Third, it often confuses and intrigues those who expected you to react negatively to their rejection. Strategic kindness doesn't mean being fake or suppressing your feelings. It means choosing to respond from your highest self rather than your wounded ego. Strategy 11. Create your own validation system. The ultimate freedom comes from creating your own system for measuring success and worth. Instead of relying on external validation, develop internal metrics that matter to you. Are you growing? Are you contributing? Are you living according to your values? Are you making progress toward your goals? When you have a robust internal validation system, external rejection becomes much less significant. You know whether you're winning or losing based on your own standards, not on the opinions of others. This doesn't mean ignoring feedback or becoming arrogant. It means having a solid foundation of self-knowledge and self-worth that can't be easily shaken by temporary setbacks or other people's judgments. Strategy 12. Turn rejection into your origin story. Every superhero has an origin story, a moment of adversity that shapes them into who they're meant to become. Your rejections can become part of your origin story. They can be the experiences that taught you resilience, self-reliance, and wisdom. Years from now, you might look back at the rejections you're facing today and realize they were exactly what you needed to become the person you're meant to be. They forced you to dig deeper, try harder, and develop qualities you never knew you possessed. The transformation begins now. These 12 strategies aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools that can change your life starting today. The next time you face rejection, you'll have a choice. You can respond from your old patterns of hurt, anger, or desperation. Or you can respond from this new framework of strength, wisdom, and strategic thinking. Remember, the goal isn't to never feel the sting of rejection. It's to develop the skills and mindset that allow you to transform that sting into strength. It's to become the kind of person who doesn't just survive rejection, but thrives because of it. The people who master these principles don't just handle rejection better. They often find that rejection becomes less frequent in their lives. There's something about unshakable confidence and self-respect that makes others naturally want to include you, value you, and seek your approval rather than withhold theirs. Your journey starts now. The next rejection you face is your opportunity to practice these principles and begin your transformation into someone who is truly unshakable. If this resonated with you and you're ready to continue this journey of growth and self-mastery, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I share new strategies for building unshakable confidence and turning life's challenges into victories every week. Drop a comment below and let me know which strategy you're going to try first. I read every single comment and love hearing about your transformations. Until next time, remember, your greatest comebacks start with your most painful rejections.